Hello, everybody. Welcome to your mum. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't know who I am, now you know. And before we get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Get all that stuff out of the way first. Tell your friends about it. If you have a daughter, a son, a niece, or nephew whose birthday is coming up, give them the gift of telling them about my channel. Only if they're above the age of 16, maybe over 18 too. You never know what could be helpful to them. So in regards to this channel, I think in YouTube channels in general, I don't think there's a lot to discuss when it comes to like the Irish dating scene, or Europe in a sense. It's all very westernized in America. However, I am well aware that the world is becoming that bit more westernized. There's like a conglomerate of westernization going on amongst all the countries. And as said in previous videos, Ireland is still steeped in traditionalism. However, we're becoming a lot more progressive as the day goes on. So I found this article from 7 years ago, and as I said, if I find something that's relevant, I'll talk about it. And dating these days, I may record, is that things are changing, and over the last 10 years things have changed a hell of an amount. And what I'm going for today is the ever-changing rules of dating. I'll leave the link in the article below. And the tagline is, "You're newly single and back on the dating scene. Following a traumatic breakup." Now this is written 7 years ago. And carrying on, the scene has changed. You don't want a casual hookup, but you don't know how to find a committed relationship. It's not rocket science. Fact, the biggest problems men faced by Irish guys on the dating scene are lack of confidence and too much drink. Yes, we're all prone to a bit of a Dutch courage, that is if your game's not tight and you don't have the confidence. But you see, as I stated, or as I aforementioned, if you want to go a bit more fancy, eloquent with the language, in a previous video, is that Irish women can be pretty mean, and pretty too, but mean and pretty are never a good combination when it comes to rejecting men. You get scalded, you get laughed at just for approaching the state yellow the hack of you. Like some Irish terminology there. So that's what really berates men, confidence. But the thing is that Irish men, there's not enough masculinity going on. There's not enough men, I think, taking the ropes, even if men are married, sure, if the missus says so, or if the wife says so, do what you want. You shouldn't be having to seek permission. "Oh, honey, can I play your boyfriend's Nintendo Switch?" No thanks. Another fact is that Irish women also need to watch their alcohol intake, but must not be bossy nor layer on makeup. And that's one big thing Irish women can be. It's extremely bossy. It's like it's my way or the highway. If you don't go my way, you're in trouble, boy. And yeah, the alcohol intake, Dublin, pre-beer bug, Saturday night, the ladies, even the lads, who are absolutely inebriated to the max on the happy juice. Holy moly. Not a pretty sight, especially the girls crying, getting sick, peeing in front of cars, a whole 9 yards. Not nice. Male or female, there are subtle rules of engagement that need to be observed. Guys are standing around not approaching women. They're like wallflowers, fearful of approaching beautiful women, says Marie Ilkme, director of Kama Lifestyles, which runs dating boot camps for men. Yeah, but the thing is, men don't know how to approach because men aren't taught how to do it. You've got the girl power movement, the you go girl kind of thing, and men are afraid to approach girls because either one, Irish women are going to start laughing at them for trying to approach them by, degrading their looks or whatever, and two, you never know what the man's going to be accused of. If he's not attractive, he's considered a creep for hitting on her. If he is attractive and hits on her, he's not considered a creep. It's double standards. They're there. Carrying on, the lack of confidence among Irish males is the reason why he and business partner Stephen Nolan set up the agency in 2018, and fair play to them. I'm delighted they have set up this agency. I'm probably butchering the names. Ilkme recalls a recent client, a corporate executive in his mid-30s, divorced after 10 years of marriage. He didn't know how to approach women. Fair. And men aren't really taught to. Men aren't taught to how to approach women. not in Ireland. You see, once they have the heartbreak, once this girl, they really like, rejects them, gone to heartbreak town. Population, a lot of guys, but shouldn't be anymore. Excuse me. I don't know where I was going with that, but they just don't know how to approach girls. Like they go to like YouTube and that to watch like content creators like Corey Wayne, Better Bachelor, Donovan Sharp, just to see how they can do this, how they can fix this kind of thing, or AMS as well. Oh, she broke my heart, what do I do? How do I go about it? How do I be a better person? How do I text a girl? Irish men aren't taught this by their fathers in that, because perhaps their fathers did not know either. Now, I can't really say much about my father because he's not around, as he sadly passed away, but still had to learn my masculinity and own my masculinity through the mentorship of other people and through guidance of people on YouTube and that. So, that's why I like to be not a model of masculinity for other guys. The man's confidence has been floored by an acrimonious divorce, says Ilkme, and he was very negative. It happens. It can leave a man bitter, those kind of things. Yet he was good looking, tall, and financially independent. Okay, he's got the looks, he's got the status, he's got the power. His lack of confidence was a turn off. It will be. You got no game. Good luck. Body language people say. Some of the body language, if you just connect. No, it's game. It's game. It's the equalizer between men and women. A girl does not feel safe in the presence of a guy who has no confidence. Yeah, because he comes off as a creep. If you do something, she calls you out and then like, oh, I'm so sorry. You're a pushover. No confidence. After training and field work, this man is in a now committed relationship. What he should be after a divorce is testing the waters with loads of different women. That's just my opinion. Maybe he did, maybe it's not saying it. Which is what most of us yearn for, even though we might have just emerged from a difficult breakup. Carrying on. There's a compulsion in a lot of us to share our lives with some other person, says relationship counsellor and fun-time therapist Etna Pacuzzi. Yet, while many of us are organised about employment on a mortgage, says Avril Mulcahy, a singles coach who runs clinics in Cork and Dublin, we often leave our love lives to chance. We all want to meet someone special, but I'm amazed by the people who approach this side of their life passively and haphazardly. Prince or Princess Charming won't fall out of the sky. You need to approach this with a bit of preparation and focus. See, that's why I always advocate my voice is gone. That's why I always advocate for guys to self-improve, to be better versions of themselves, to work on their bodies, to work on getting their money up, to working on their purpose, on their passions, and earning money from that. And focusing on that, you work on yourself, the confidence will naturally go up with the girls. When your confidence goes up, and so will your standards. Because once you see that you can achieve women who are, good value or high value, then you're thinking, okay, great. You find yourself thinking that there's other girls you've dated, you wouldn't even give the time of day to them. There are some girls now I've dated, I wouldn't even give the time of day to anymore. Because as you develop yourself, it's like, it's not that they're beneath you, it's just you can attract higher quality people. That's how it goes. It's a dilemma. If you know what to do, if you're a man who knows what he's doing, it's a dilemma you can run into. In their 30s, says Mulcahy, many people strive for a genuine relationship, yet they forget to put the work and thought into finding the right person. But you see, in the 30s, what's going on there is that, what I really should say is that women in the 30s are looking for a relationship, because the fact that, women are having their fun in their 20s, and with this girl power movement and you go girl, is that women are encouraged to, have fun. If men can do it, why can't I do it? It's that line of thinking. Now, considering that, is that when women are in their 30s, they realise, and I've noticed this subconsciously, even consciously, that they don't have as many options as they did when they were younger. But the thing is, when guys in their 30s are hitting their prime, is that they can attract the much younger girls, the girls in their 20s. Whilst women have a tough time doing that because their prime was in their 20s, much earlier. And that's why you hear things like, Why can't I find a man my age? Oh, he can't handle a real woman. It's not that he can't handle a real woman. What all that is just female shaming. It's shaming tactics. It is what it is. Well, you can't handle a real woman. I've handled plenty of real women, unless you're all fake and cyborgs, and that's a different story. But men want the younger girls. It's evolutionary, ingrained into us. It's ingrained into us by evolution. Just seen as more fertile, more capable of producing healthy offspring. Like, you can't give out to me saying, oh, you're dating development, you said this about women, you're a bold boy. No, not what I'm getting at. It's the science behind it, guys and gals. It is what it is. Carrying on, so you finally made a connection on a first date. What are the do's and don'ts? For men, it's important to exude a quiet self-confidence and a leadership that makes one feel safe. Good, I like that. Alchemy says, girls are very quickly to pick up on feelings of depression, low self-esteem or negativity. Yeah, your energy feeds their energy. Your vibe feeds their vibe. Like, if I'm in a bad mood around a girl, this happens, they'll go into a bad mood because I'm in a bad mood. They feel the vibe. Women are very emotionally inclined to go with their feelings. You need to come across as a strong, confident male, but you can't do that unless you actually work on building up your confidence. A lot of guys fake it, but they don't fool women. You can fake it till you make it, but you need to come from a genuine place of, internal confidence. So that's fine. You look okay on the outside, but on the inside you're extremely tense. You're not confident in yourself. You're not confident in yourself. You have to have that strong internal framework built, and once you have that, that exudes into all other areas of your life. There's a fine line between confidence and arrogance, yes, but it's good to be a funny cocky, I think, because that has worked for me. If you're assertive about yourself, that's confidence, but attempting to dominate is arrogant and a turn off. And that's right, because when it comes to dating, that you need to gently lead the woman. You need to be the leader. On a date, all she wants to do is look hot and see how things go. She's not looking for a relationship, that she's looking at how things go and wanting to look hot. You've got to lead. You've got to lead the interaction. It's your job as a man to escalate. The fun times, the frisky times, has to be your fault. It has to be your fault as a man. I'm not saying that, things don't be consensual. Things need to be consensual. But you have to escalate it there and making her feel safe to do so. And if things go well on the first date, but, doesn't end up in the indoor Olympics, where your first event's in the sitting room, the second event's in the bedroom, well, you always have 2 more dates afterwards. On average, if you're playing your cards right, it's second to third date where women will let you, penetrate the gates to heaven. Open the gates to heaven for you, if you get what I mean. Now, obviously, there are women who will be, a lot more reserved and have rules, but that's a different story for a different day. Don't seek approval. It's not leadership. Excuse my coughing. Really apologize. It's not leadership quality. It's not. Moving on. I ask my clients, would you date yourself? I date myself. I think I'm pretty cool. I'm a catch. Not being cocky, but I would date myself. Even though I have no hair, and that seems to be a problem for some people, but I definitely would. Women prefer if a man has the date mapped out, that he's leading the date. Perfect. Don't go in haphazardly. Have a plan. That's what I always do. That's why I say follow the DTP. Go to my previous video on how to nail the first date. DTP, date, time, place. Be definite, show leadership, confidence, bish bash bosh. Very nice. Moving on. It's a good idea to avoid the cinema in favour of somewhere you can talk, have a nice meal or a nice walk. I would say avoid having a meal because you could be used as a foodie call. So for free food, I go for drinks. If you're a male and the first date is a meal, get to the restaurant first and don't remain seated when she arrives at your table. I would usually meet them outside and then walk in with them. Stand up and shake her hand and give her a hug. A kiss may be seen as intrusive, says Fergal Harrington, director of Intro Dating Agency. How do you do? I want to extend the great pleasure of you coming on this date with me, lovely lady. Thank you. May you have a seat. I'm not going to shake her goddamn hand. Are you insane? Give her a hug at least. Go, you looking good. I say, damn. Say, I kind of be like a bit playful. It's like, yeah, looking pretty good. Maybe you'll scrub up as well as me one day. Just be a bit playful, teasing a bit. Show a little, test the waters a small bit. Social touching on the hand or elbow is fine, but don't overdo it. And ask her lots of interested but not intrusive questions about herself. So yeah, further on into the day, you want to break the touch barrier because 75% of dates that lead into something more is all to do with touch. So once you kind of establish rapport and you notice her getting comfortable with you, give her a touch on the lower of her back or maybe on her arm. I've done that with girls, and if they touch you back, that's permission for you to kind of touch them back as well, but not too much. A good first impression starts with a smile. I don't really smile. I kind of give a smirk, go, hey, how you doing? Great to see you. Let's go in, kind of thing. Women, says Ilkami, should opt for a feminine look as opposed to overtly, fun friendly. As flirty is better than friendly, and yes, it is. If you want to make a platonic vibe, go for a platonic vibe. But if you want to escalate things as a lady, be flirty. But the thing is, men, you need to know how to escalate. You have to escalate. You have to be bold. Because all what game is imperative. And all what game is really is going on your instincts. Saying what you want to say. Being bold about it, being able to adapt to the situation. I might do a video on games soon. Witty and flirty attracts males. Be feminine in the way you speak and stand, and let the guy lead a little. Yeah, I'm loving this article. This is a great article. I advise people to read this. This is a very good article so far. Some things I would have to disagree with. Not disagree with, alter. But they're pretty bang on the money here. Women, let men lead. Let men lead the date. Let men lead the relationships. It's all well and good for saying, oh, I'm a woman and I'm self-empowered and you all mother farmers need Jesus. And damn son. But still, it's women say, I want to have control, but really you don't. You want to hang back and look good and have an easy ride. I'm not saying that women don't put in the work. Totally not what I'm getting at. Not a sausage. But let men lead. If man's a leader and he knows what to do, let him lead. Because you'll be thankful for it in the long run. You'll respect him that bit more if he knows what he's doing. Excessive drinking is a no-no, says dating consultant Anne-Marie Cusson, who advises 2 drinks maximum on a first date. Yeah, sure, you don't want to have whiskey, ding-dong, as they say. You don't want to be panic station downstairs. Oh yeah, oh no. But yeah, don't go drink too much, because it could be a case where she says, hey, you've been doing everything right, I live close by, let's go back, and you don't want to be a stiffy. I was thinking of something to say, but I just totally left my mind. I couldn't think of anything. That was bad. Don't be late. Don't talk about yourself all the time. Don't talk about past relationships, and don't try too hard, she says. Yes, but the thing is with that, don't be late. Obviously, if the woman's going to be late, it's got a few dates I've been on, she's been at least 10 to 15 minutes late. Oh, the traffic is so bad. See, she said she left, but really she left 10 minutes after she said that, because she was getting ready. So my thing is, if she's late, she buys you the next round. You've got to check her. You can't let her get away, because if you end up going on another date where she's late, she's going to do it again. You don't check her. She might even flake on you if you don't check her the next time. Or if you don't check her, make sure she gets you the drink. It's a test. It's a subtle test. But always check her. And that's the same if I'm late. I'll buy a round. It is what it is. And don't ask them if they want to have children. People are visual and first impressions count, says Mulcahy. So prepare carefully. How you look is very important. Packaging matters. Yes, you need style. I have a video on style as well. One of the first videos I did in the channel. It's there. Check it out. You want to look going a nice, smart, casual. Avoid runners, avoid going in tracksuits, avoid gym gear. Go nice. You're going there to impress. Aftershave is very important. Make sure you look sharp and your clothes match. Okay. Add mood yourself into a better one. You need to get into a mindset that merely friendly doesn't work, and nor does wearing rumpled work suit stressed after a hard day in the office. It's all about mood. You need to make sure a man is interested. Eye contact is very important. Focusing on mirroring and matching. What is that? Isopraxism? Am I making up that word? paroxysm, I can't remember. Read in the book, it's like where you mirror the other person's body language. This means crossing your leg or laying in to sip a drink when he does. If you're interested in a man, marry him. Cool. Thing is, guys, if you're on a date sitting down with a woman, make sure you're leaning back in your chair and open your legs man spread. You know, you want to act confident. If you're going to lean in towards her and thinking, oh yeah, this is great, now it's fantastic, yeah, very nice, now she smells nice, and her cleavage looks good, very nice, yeah, like the testicles, thanks very much, yeah. See, if you're leaning into her too much while she's in the date and you're at a table, you're absorbing her presence. You need to be leaning back and showing confidence. Relaxed body language, please. If he's leaning in, always good sign. I know it's interest, but still, guys, lean back. Don't do what they said there. Ask questions, yes. Positive questions elicit positive response, and if she has those good feelings in the questions you ask, she's going to have good feelings with you. And guys, don't play mind games after a date. If you've arranged to call or text her, don't leave her waiting for 2-3 days because someone's told you that's what you're supposed to. It's rude, it's not authentic, like May says. But the thing is, it's counterintuitive what they say, because you need to build the tension. Now, if she brings up a second date on the first date, arrange it there then, perfectly fine. However, if she decides to, if that's not mentioned, and, if no second date is mentioned, as a man, never mention a second date on the first date. It's her job to bring it up. But if you don't arrange a date on the second date, if she doesn't bring it up and you kiss and everything else after the first date, just say, great time, talk soon. You need to leave her wondering for a few days. It's just a heightened anticipation. And I'm not saying in a way to play games, but you need to be authentically busy and call her when you have free time a few days afterwards. I don't advocate playing games. If you like someone, go with your gut and call her soon. Don't be a dating manual robot. If the date goes well and the chemistry is 20 minutes, I'll wrap it up soon. If the date goes well and the chemistry between you is good, it's tempting to go with the flow. After all, it's 2013, we lost our inhibitions about fun times. But the prevailing opinion among the expert is to wait. It's not advisable to sleep with someone on the first date. It's better to make the guy invest in the relationship. Here we go about making investments. Right, if she sleeps with him on the first date, he won't consider her relationship material. And that's true, he won't. He will not. Same goes for her. Why? Too easy, no value. It's like, got you now, fantastic. You're not relationship material. You are a, indoor Olympic mate at best, teammate at that. Some women think they should sleep with a guy to please him, but this can snowball into a life of one-night stands, leading to nothing. And it could, but maybe she's just really, thirsty. The gates to heaven haven't been opened in a while, or haven't had the lubricant to be opened. Oh Jesus! So yeah, maybe she's just really in the mood to do it. Has that been said? Here we go. Be warned. Fun times on a first date can cloud your judgment and leave you at the mercy of a rapacious alpha male. Okay, right. So it seems like these kind of people might have some sort of agenda against guys who really know what they're doing. Men who are alpha. A lot of men like the chase, and if a girl gives up on the first night, the chase is over for the guy and the girl is left on the fence. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna leave it there. So, what's the moral of the story? Yeah, the dating scene has changed massively. But men, you've got to have game. You've got to know what you're doing. There's no point going into the dating scene and not having an absolute notion of what you're doing. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know how to escalate. You need to know how to have game. I don't mean playing games, but a game plan. How are you going to adapt to the situation? How are you going to pass your tests? Because none of that's mentioned there. The rapacious alpha male. Agenda. You're at the mercy of him. Get someone friendly. But the thing is, that's not what gets a woman in her feely wheelies. Why drive on wheels when you can fly on fields? You gotta get her excited. You gotta get her heated up in the moment in that. You have to know how to work with her emotions, how to get her excited, how to get her tick, how to get her to tick, or what makes her tick. So man, you just have to learn what to do. there's not enough, should I say, good male role models, maybe in Ireland, when it comes to, like, you know, these guys doing a pretty good job so far. I'm trying to play my part in helping men out, but there needs to be more. I won't say good necessarily, it's not that, there's not enough male role models on how to teach men to approach ladies, how to have successful relationships, how to have, you know, success in life in general, and that needs to be a big thing. So guys, find a role model, find a role model, and learn how to play the game and be a woman, be a man that women want. And that's all I'm going to say for that. So men, constantly self-improve, work on yourself, everything else will follow. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, massive help. I know we're on 8 subscribers, but I love putting out these videos. It's great fun, and it's a nice way to break up the day. So with that being said, take care, God bless, talk soon, stay safe, and be sound to one another. Until then, cheerio. I never say cheerio. Why did I say that?